Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I sure am. Today is just flat out a good day. I am down at the dealer sneak peek show where I got about 80 units to roll through and record. So there's going to be a lot of great 2025 videos coming out. And this is a floor plan that I have always really liked since the first time I walked into it about 6 months ago on the 2024 version. This is the 2025 Impression 318RLVIEW. So what makes this camper special, you know, I sold RVs for probably 10, 11 years or so, and now I'm kind of heading more towards, you know, the video direction, which, you know, thank you guys for. It's been really, really fun for me and my family for that to be, you know, even an option. But this is kind of like the ultimate flip to piece. Like if you're on the lot shopping, almost anybody can go into this and find value in it as long as the budget is fitting and the towing vehicle fits, which, by the way, all the specifications, length, height, tank size, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for locations and pricing. But it is just such a functional floor plan. And if you are a couple, I think you'll love it, because behind this door over here, you have kind of a hidden little room, which you could turn into a closet. Or if you have a bunch of kids, you know, it's a bunk room. You're going to have things like, you know, a desk. You have this big old island with the seats that tuck in there. So talk about games, a nice little dinner. You have, you know, your refrigerator with this nice little nook with your oven kind of carved out, where I could imagine putting in, you know, like a blender, Keurigs, you know, things of that nature. You see storage, nice little touches of the decor that, you know, my wife would absolutely love. But I mean, just look at how nice this is. And since this is a hidden bunk, I'm going to go ahead and show you that first. But you also notice you just get a ton of windows all the way throughout. Good head height in the slide, but not crazy head height. You know, I am 6 feet tall. You're probably looking at about 6'2" or so. Which is perfect to keep down weight and cost. But then right here is going to be, well, first let me back up so you get a good little view here of this camper from, you know, this side. But I mean, look at that. Doesn't get much better in my opinion. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. And I think one of the things that I would like to do in these videos is, you know, what would you change about a floor plan? What can we do to kind of, I don't know, maybe make, you know, certain things, you know, bigger or better. But this is going to be, you know, your bunk room. So if you have kids, you can slide them back into here. You can drop that bunk down. You can use it as a working little desk. I used to, I sold a guy that makes sculptures out of clay, then turns them into bronze. I could totally see this being like where you do all like your showpieces. I also did a guy that did, you know, modeled trains. I could see totally putting some trains back here, little craft room. You got all the places where you could put, you know, your yarns and all that. My wife likes to crochet. Just a really nice functional space. And yes, before I get the question asked, there is a vent right over there to help pump in some of the AC so this thing doesn't get, you know, blazing hot or anything like that. A little nook for books, cell phones, whatever you might need, along with outlets that are going to be lined up with where the bunks lay. So that way each one of the kids, if you have kids back here, have not only a viewing window, but a place to charge up their devices. But a real cool spot, in my opinion. And then here on the other side of the wall, you have your TV. You're going to have your favorite, my favorite TV brand to say, the old Sansui, sitting right there, about a 45-incher from the looks of it. You can, I believe, nope, it is fixed up on the wall, so there's no swiveling. So these are going to be the two angles. You have the couch. This pulls out to make a bed. Tons of windows, overhead storage in the form of those totes. And then you have the recliner, you know, here as well. And I like how you're going to have 4 cup holders. So if you got a drinking problem, or if you want a brewski and a water, you got the ability to do it. Or you curl it up, you sit down, you snuggle up with honey buns, you got your main chick right in your arms right there. Bada bing, bada boom, I love you. And then, boom, right there you got a TV, which actually, babe, if you're watching, I love you. I should have done it right there while I was air smooching you. But you know how that goes. So like I was saying, pull-out sofa, counters on either side, and then you're also going to have outlets snuck in behind these curtains, which I'm a big fan of the curtains too. Outlets, USB, universal C. So instead of the nightshades, which I'm presuming cost a little bit more, those curtains do the same job. And I think they actually look a little bit nicer. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about that. Storage here on both sides of the TV above and below. You got two of these little pills right there, so that way you can take them out inside and outside. And then a Furrion fireplace that's going to go across the impression line that'll heat up 500 square feet of RVs. So this is going to be more than adequate space to heat up the entirety, of this one. You're going to get two ACs, 15Kers, one right here, one up in the bedroom. It's going to be running on a track system going all the way through. You're also going to notice that the windows are going to be tinted, and due to the size, that is definitely a necessity. I mean, look how massive these windows are. So this desk space right over here, pretty darn awesome. I mean, imagine sitting down, getting some work done, doing what you got to do, making, work weekends with a view. You can't beat that. You also got a little bit of hidden storage there, which I'm going to, that's what I was trying to avoid. Hired me because I'm friendly. Forest River, if you're watching, I apologize. So right here, you got your island, and I love the thought of the island. Instead of having storage, you got seating. It replaces a dinette. It makes the camper a little bit bigger, in my opinion, for that feeling. And then, of course, you got, your outlets right there. And then you got my favorite sink, the old TikTok-a-rooney sink, where you're going to have a little waterfall action, cutting board, little dry and wet zone. You also have the little area for your cup holders. And then, of course, your soap. And then hitting those dishes from all angles. A little bit of storage. And then some hidden access to your plumbing. Flip it around. Directly across, you are going to get a nice little pantry right there. So I think that is, snazzy as it gets. 12-volt refrigerator. The size on this, I'm going to guess 16, 18 feet, something like that. I cannot quite read where it is. But either way, it's a good size. Freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right, you're ready to rock. And then you're back on over to here, which, like I said before, perfect place for, your Keurig and all that. You got the plug-ins. You got 3 pull-out drawers with a 4th one that's about the 1/3 of the size. 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. And then you got a pizza, big enough to slide in a little, DiGiorno Rooney action. If you like to drink down at the campground, you can put 5 bottles of your favorite, drink of choice. I do just love that, though. And then you also have a little fantastic fan right there to help suck out the steam or stink from whatever you're cooking. But I mean, cosmetic-wise, I think it looks fantastic. So I believe they changed up the exterior to that gray. I think it used to be white, and the flooring, I believe, changed as well. You also have your fuse box right down there, the floating steps so you can put in, your shoes or, cat litter. For some reason, a lot of people on fifth wheels are always asking me, where can you put a litter box? I didn't know people camped with a litter box. And I have been selling campers or in the RV industry for, a really long time. Tankless on-demand hot water heater. So the same one that's in those Goliath fifth wheels that I record all the time, or those big old destination RVs. The controls for zone 1 and 2 for your heat and AC. And then the control for your RV. So 2 slides, got your dual awnings, tank heaters. That's part of that extended season camping package, which is going to be insulated, more insulation. It's going to be the industry's largest furnace, 12-volt tank heaters. So that's going to be nice. It sticks onto your pads, so that way your tanks don't freeze when you're using them. But pretty darn snazzy there. And then you're heading into the bathroom, and I mean, look at the size, of the bathroom. One, you're going to get 4 of those little cubbies for storage. But this is pretty darn awesome. I mean, I'm a bigger guy. These showers are always tiny. I got enough room for the head height, probably about 6'6". Enough room for the belly, probably about 2'3". I'm just messing with it. I'm feeling goofy today. It's hot in these campers. You start stirring up. Tri-Glide glass series to open up a little bit wider. And then, I mean, you definitely got room for 2, if you would like. And then you flip it around. You have your porcelain foot flush throne. Plenty of space on either side. So you don't have to worry, about sitting down and doing your business. Also, if you're a little bit of a bigger person, you got a sturdier, kind of bigger toilet. And then right here, you got the dual sinks with the hard-wrapped plastic, so that's always a big-time plus. 2 mirrors, bowling gun, outlets, 3 pull-out drawers, and then here underneath you have access to your plumbing and then some additional storage as well. The door even looks pretty nice too. Now this is a mid-profile camper, meaning that it's going to slope kind of down as you get further down into the back. I'll show you what that is on the exterior, but the head height in the bedroom is pretty darn agreeable for even somebody, maybe that's a little bit taller than myself. But you're going to have a TV backer, so a place for a TV along with the plug-ins. You also have a dresser with your 3 pull-out drawers. Maybe like a little seat or somewhere to put your foot up to tie your shoe. Window, and then you gotta love the bed. It's on the Versatilt. Underneath, you do have some storage. You also see you have those accent lighting. I think it looks really sharp. You're also going to get prep for the Wi-Fi there as well, as long as a bunch of windows along with the emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop a Rooney. Get yourself out in a hurry. You got the Rhino pin box up front, which means you're going to get a heck of a lot of storage up here. So that's why a lot of people go with it. But I mean, check that out. And then you got your washer and dryer prep for those extended, camping trips. But all right, guys, I think that about wraps it up here for the inside portion of the store. Again, this is the 2025 Impression 318RLVIEW. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Now we're going to spend just a couple moments here on the outside. It is starting to, pick up on the rain, but I want to show you, what I can, when I can. Grayer exterior, you got the new decals, 4-point electric leveling. You're also going to have the dual awnings, which start here and then one comes off of the slide. Notice how tinted up those windows are, so that's looking pretty darn sharp. The front cap here has some really nice lights going on. I like the fact that you got the bar with the 2 kind of, swirly woo-ads right on over there. You're also going to see you have solar on the side, so an extra 20 amps of solar. And then, bada bing, bada boom, baby. Extra storage, spare tire. You also have the battery box, which will be big enough for 2 batteries. Magnetic clips here on the door as well, so that'll just flip out and stay right there. Pretty good pass-through storage as well, especially for a mid-profile fifth wheel. You have a little place where you can put one of those little pills, a place where you can crack an apple juice. And then this is going to be your 30 amp solar charge controller as well, so you can see what's going on with the solar up top, which I believe this has 200 watt solar panel. Battery disconnect, welded at all points. Notice no exposed wood. You have that astrofoil, so that's going to be part of that added insulation package, just kind of, more oomph where you need it. 2 outlets, place to hook up some cable, solid entry steps, heated and enclosed underbelly, and it actually has forced air into the underbelly as well. It's also going to be what they call an accessibelly, meaning like every 6 feet it's paneling. So if something does go wrong with your camper, if you do need a little bit of maintenance, you can take off panels as opposed to dropping the entire underbelly. So I think that's really nice. Goodyear tires. You're also going to see it is going to be dual axle. I cannot get around the back, but let me see if I can show you kind of like this. You have the ladder that goes on top of the back, and then you notice that little black box there. That is going to be for a rear observation camera, so you can see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. You're also going to have a little receiver with a 4-way and a 3,000-pound tow rating, 300-pound hitch rating, which is always a plus. That way you can put on, bike racks or things of that nature. Let me see if the other side is available. They got 80 units crammed out here, so they're going to be a little bit on the tighter side, but I'll definitely do the best that I can to show you the best way that I can. Yeah, I think we can see at least, a good portion. Propane over here behind this door. Yeah, so that's a 60K on-demand hot water heater, so that's even a little bit bigger than what I was thinking. Electric auto level, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, black tank flush, which if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. And then you have, basically an easier way of doing the antifreeze. And you also got the valves, different plugins for, satellite, cable, city water connection with the brass or copper finish, whichever the heck that is. And then you got the fresh water connection right there. You also have your dump valve right here. You'll have a second one down there. But I think that about wraps her up, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, this is the 2025 Impression 318RLVIEW. My name is Hunter, and I hope to see you next time. See you. Meow 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 Scooby dooby 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 dooby.